Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Apple Watch Series 8 and see how this particular Apple Watch holds up in 2025. Now, here's the thing. With the Apple Watch Series 8, this is one of those types of watches that, for the most part, in my personal opinion, still holds up decently well. This is a very good type of watch, and if I'm going to go through and pick up a device, well, this thing looks really, really good for the most part, and I do think that in and of itself is a very good takeaway. With that being said, though, I will say that with something like, an Apple Watch Series 8, there might be some other options out there, but I will still tell you this is a very, very good option when it comes down to it. So if you want to pick up this device or some other devices I would recommend buying this year, links will be down in the description below. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of the Apple Watch Series 8, a really good advantage and a really good takeaway with the Apple Watch Series 8 is the fact that this type of device is still very premium looking and it looks so nice. This thing still comes out in a 41 or 45 millimeter size, and I do think that is kind of a really big takeaway to kind of keep in mind here too, because you're going to be able to use this phone and be able to pick it up and still be able to get a watch that's going to be giving you very good displays. They're going to be fairly bright for the most part as well. And I do think this is kind of a really big thing to kind of keep in mind there from that side too. So this in and of itself is a very, very good takeaway. Now, on top of that, another very big thing to keep in mind here too is that with a device like this, you're still getting a very good premium display also, but the buttons on the side are still premium. The back side of this watch still feels very, very good. It's still a very big, durable watch too, which is really nice. This thing uses the same Apple Watch charger as like the first Apple Watch. So these things are available all over the place. They've gotten much cheaper too. So this thing from that side as well, that is another really big advantage for this type of watch as well. Now the bands themselves are also very good. I love these types of bands because you can interchange them. You can change these bands out, whichever way you want to. And I've always felt like that was another really nice thing going on for this type of device too, because you're able to go through, pick up these types of devices, and you don't really have to worry about these things being like super outdated or super weird or anything like that, because this type of device for the most part is probably still going to be able to give you a very, very good type of experience when it comes down to that side. So in my personal opinion as well, I think this is another really big advantage for this type of device too. Now, I will say for the most part, if you're going to, pick up the Apple Watch Series 8, you're still going to be getting a really, really good experience. The only disadvantage with the outside, kind of looking at them, is that with something like the, Samsung Galaxy, watches or the Google Pixel watches, those ones might be giving you better, brighter displays. But this thing, for the most part, still looks very good. And I do think that is kind of a big thing to keep in mind there if you're going to go through and pick up this type of device too. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. Now, another very big thing to keep in mind here too is that with something like the Apple Watch Series 8, this type of watch is still giving you lots and lots of features that you can go and pick up in some other devices too. So that is kind of the advantage of being able to go through and buy something like an Apple Watch Series 8, because there are still lots of features built in inside of this type of watch. And I will probably tell you from that side too, that is a really big advantage. I love being able to go through and, pick up these types of watches. And like I said before, if you're, I'm still using an Apple Watch Series, 4. Like an Apple Watch Series 4 is still what I'm using, and I still feel like this thing is still a very, very good type of device for the most part as well. Like I don't really feel like this thing is like super outdated or super bad or anything like that. This is still one of those types of devices that I still actually like a lot. And like I said before, I think this is another really cool thing to kind of keep in mind there, because this thing still feels and looks very, very good. It's better than the watch I currently have. And finally, when it comes down to the performance and all that stuff, this watch is still giving you that S8 chipset inside of it. It's still giving you things like the ECG application, blood oxygen application, which the newest watches don't even have. It's giving you sleep tracking, your vitals apping, tracking, and your temperature sensing. You are getting a lot of features built inside of this type of watch too. And I'm going to be honest, like I said before, if I'm going to go through and pick up a device, I definitely do feel like a device like my, Apple Watch Series 8 still is going to be giving me a very good experience, and it's going to be looking very good and performing very good. Like there's not really that much to complain about here from that particular side when it comes down to it. So, in my personal opinion, the Apple Watch Series 8 is still completely a watch I would recommend people to buy. This is one of those types of watches that I look at and, I think this is a very, very good option. It might not be perfect, But I do think if you're going to go through and pick up a device, this is a really solid option. And this is one of those types of watches I would recommend people to buy for sure. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.